I'm Deana McDonagh. I'm a professor of industrial design at the School of Art and Design. I'm also a health innovation professor at the Illinois College of Medicine. But my happy place is as the director of the Disability Design Studio at the Beckman Institute for Advanced Science and Technology. 21 years ago, I moved to the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. And I'm here by choice. I love the Midwest. At the time, I brought in the concept of human-centered design. Over that time, I've had the privilege to become more involved in disability community, disability and design, and now we're at the point we have a design studio at a Research One University Research Institute where we focus on people that may have been overlooked and underserved on any other campus. And so I realize now that leadership can be very quiet. And it's with a servant's heart that we can lead. We don't have to be brash. We just have to steadily bring people along with us and make change and impact. And so for me, leadership is helping students realize who they can be beyond their dreams. I am driven by destigmatizing disabilities. That's why my studio is called Abilities Design Studio. And if we focus on ability and we understand that constraints can really lead to a higher level of innovation, then we are purposely designing well. We're not designing for people with disabilities. We may be designing for our future selves. And so destigmatizing is very important. It's empowering, it's opening the door for careers, and for many, this is why we have a unique experience on our campus. The Disability Design Studio is a very unusual space where when you enter, you step over the threshold. You are home as you are, and you walk in not as a subject in a research centre, but as a collaborator, a contributor to knowledge. And this is very nuanced, but it makes a huge difference to students. And being a beacon on campus, I'm finding that students and faculty are finding a space where they can be themselves, but also contribute in very meaningful ways that we may never have had this opportunity to work this way before. With the work at the Illinois Leadership Center, I'm going to be working on tactile graphics. So this is really important because let's imagine you have never felt a photograph of a loved one. You've never felt the ultrasound of your baby. And tactile graphics is a new way that we can communicate, we can teach, and we can learn in a very direct way, and we can introduce a new form of communication. This is really important because it opens doors. It enables people with low to no vision to actually explore education and a means to contribute to knowledge, which will lead to meaningful careers. It also makes us more human when we're surrounded by people with different experience. This is a fantastic opportunity to really challenge how do we teach, how do we learn, how do we embrace the wider community, how do we bring even more students to campus, because this is an exceptional campus where we see abilities, not disabilities. And so this is a moment in time where I think tactile graphics can be introduced seamlessly, where everybody will finally understand that even the students with full vision are going to benefit from this form of communication. I relate this research to curb cuts that were developed on our campus. And you imagine curb cuts, everybody benefits. If you're a cyclist, you're pushing a pram, or you're having difficulty with mobility. So if you imagine the first time somebody said, I want these curb cuts everywhere in the world, I could imagine the pushback. So I'm going to dream big. And I'm going to imagine that we can have these tactile graphics in every classroom, every home. Let's have them everywhere. And I think this will encourage people to put Braille and raised graphics on packaging. And all of us will benefit from this enriched form of communication. Leadership is about connecting dots, imagining a world that doesn't yet exist, and bring along collaborators and have a focus on who is going to benefit from this. So I think the low to no vision community will immediately be engaged in a new form of learning and teaching. And I think from a leadership perspective, this is what this campus is set up to do, to actually lead, not follow, but lead. And if we can encourage awareness, if we can make people aware of this research, I think more and more people will come forward to learn at our campus. We will encourage faculty to be relaxed and comfortable with students with low to no vision in the classroom. And again, we begin to celebrate all the skills and abilities that we have to offer, regardless of the abilities that people perceive that we have.